Usually when people find dinosaur fossils, it's just a partial piece, maybe a tooth, maybe a vertebrae, something small. Finding an entire skeleton would be rare, but finding an entire body, that's super rare, but that's what happened in Alberta. They found a dinosaur fossil, and it basically looks like a statue of a dragon.
We think we found a type of armored dinosaur, known as an ankylosaur, and here is a very nice little model showing what they look like. So you can see these bony plates, you can see the rows of bony plates here. You can see some massive heavy tendons here which would have run along the back.
When this excavator shattered a rock, what the miner discovered beneath was truly astonishing. At the Canadian Millennium Mine in Alberta, no one on the team could believe their eyes. Veteran miner Shawn Funk, who had spent over a decade digging into the Earth's crust, had a moment that would change his life forever. Just moments before, he was operating his excavator like any other day, rhythmically tearing through layers of sediment and rock. But then, something entirely unexpected emerged from the rugged stone, stopping him in his tracks. What was the mysterious object hidden within the rock, and what steps did Shawn take to ensure its preservation? This story unveils the stunning discovery of a lifetime, an encounter with a treasure older than human civilization itself. Shawn Funk was no stranger to hard work. With 12 years of mining experience, he had learned to respect the power of machinery and the mysteries of the earth. Unlike some miners who descend deep underground, Shawn's work was above ground, operating an excavator to remove layers of sediment and expose the ancient rock formations below. His day had begun like any other, maneuvering the heavy machine to dig away dirt and debris, clearing the way for mining operations. Driving an excavator offered its own kind of satisfaction. Shawn enjoyed the thrill of uncovering the hidden layers of Earth, knowing each layer told a story millions of years old. Occasionally, miners stumbled upon oddities during their work, old artifacts or peculiar rock formations. But for Shawn, these finds usually turned out to be trash or unremarkable rubble. That day, however, was different. As he worked, he noticed something strange. The soil in one particular area had an unusual texture, and the rocks seemed to possess a distinct character that he couldn't quite place. His excavator struck something solid, something larger and heavier than the usual rocks. At first, he thought it might be a stubborn boulder. But curiosity got the better of him, and he decided to investigate further. Shawn climbed out of his excavator and approached the object. What he saw stunned him. Embedded in the rock was something that didn't belong. Something ancient, delicate, and extraordinary. Heart-pounding, he carefully removed the loose dirt around the object with a shovel. He realized it could be something of significant importance and called for assistance on his radio. Soon, his coworkers arrived, sharing in the awe of what lay before them. They worked together to stabilize the area, setting up planks to prevent the rock from sinking deeper into the mud. Though none of them were experts, they knew instinctively that this discovery could be monumental. Shawn climbed back into his excavator to carefully lift the rock. But as he maneuvered the bucket, disaster struck. A slight miscalculation caused the rock to crack open. For a moment, silence fell over the group. Then, as they peered inside, gasps of amazement echoed across the site. What they found was unlike anything they had ever seen. It looked like the remains of a creature from legend, something out of a fantasy book. At first glance, it appeared almost dragon-like, but as experts from the Royal Tyrrell Museum arrived to examine the find, they made an incredible announcement. The object wasn't a dragon, it was the fossilized remains of a dinosaur, preserved in unprecedented detail. This was no ordinary fossil. The remains belonged to an armored dinosaur, later identified as a nodosaur. Its preservation was so immaculate that it looked as if the creature had just taken its last breath. Unlike typical fossils, which are skeletal remains, this nodosaur retained its skin, armor, and even soft tissues. The nodosaur's body was covered in spiked armor that had withstood the test of time. Its skin had petrified, transforming into stone, yet retaining its original texture. Even more astonishing, the fossil's internal organs, including the stomach and intestines, were intact. Scientists could analyze its last meal, gaining unprecedented insights into the life and environment of this prehistoric creature. The story of the nodosaur's preservation was just as fascinating as its discovery. Millions of years ago, the dinosaur likely lived near an ancient coastline. After dying, possibly from drowning, it sank to the seabed, where minerals seeped into its body, preserving it in remarkable detail. Layers of sediment gradually buried it, shielding it from decay and scavengers. For Shawn and his team, the discovery was more than a scientific marvel. It was a connection to a distant past, a tangible link to a time when dinosaurs roamed the earth. As scientists continued to study the nodosaur, they marveled at its state of preservation. Its discovery challenged their understanding of fossilization and offered a rare glimpse into the prehistoric world. The find was hailed as one of the most significant paleontological discoveries in history, solidifying Shawn Funk's accidental discovery as an event that would forever be etched in the annals of science. This story reminds us that beneath the Earth's surface lies an ancient world, waiting to be uncovered, one excavation at a time. What is a dinosaur? Dinosaurs are a group of reptiles that belong to the clade Dinosauria, which encompasses a vast and diverse array of species. These creatures first appeared during the Triassic period, approximately 243 to 233.23 million years ago, though the exact timeline of their emergence is still under study. Over millions of years, dinosaurs evolved to become the dominant terrestrial vertebrates on Earth. Following the Triassic-Jurassic extinction event, around 21.3 million years ago, dinosaurs diversified and thrived during the Jurassic and Cretaceous periods. One of the most fascinating aspects of dinosaurs is that they are not entirely extinct. Birds, which are feathered dinosaurs, represent the only surviving lineage. These modern avian dinosaurs descended from small theropods during the late Jurassic period, as evidenced by extensive fossil records. Dinosaurs are thus categorized into two primary groups. Extinct non-avian dinosaurs, all dinosaurs except birds. Avian dinosaurs, modern birds. Diversity and evolution of dinosaurs. Dinosaurs exhibit extraordinary diversity in terms of their taxonomy, morphology, and ecology. Birds alone, as living dinosaurs, are one of the most diverse vertebrate groups, with over 11,000 species currently existing. Fossil records have allowed paleontologists to identify more than 900 distinct genera and over 1,000 species of non-avian dinosaurs. These fossils, along with living bird species, have been discovered on every continent, underscoring the global distribution of dinosaurs. Initially, during the early 20th century, many scientists believed dinosaurs were sluggish, cold-blooded creatures. However, groundbreaking research since the 1970s has revolutionized this perception. Studies now suggest that dinosaurs had high metabolic rates, were active, and displayed complex social behaviors. Evidence also indicates that all dinosaurs laid eggs, with some species, both avian and non-avian, constructing nests and caring for their young. Dinosaurs occupied a wide range of ecological niches. While some were herbivorous, feeding exclusively on plants, others were carnivorous predators. Their physical adaptations were equally diverse. Many dinosaurs were bipedal, walking on two legs. Some evolved into quadrupeds, or species capable of transitioning between 2 and 4 legs. Distinctive display features such as horns, crests, bony armor, and spines were common among various species. Size and anatomy. Dinosaurs varied significantly in size. While some were small, with lengths as short as 50 centimeters, others were colossal. The largest dinosaurs, such as the sauropods, are estimated to have reached lengths of 39.7 meters and heights of 18 meters, making them the largest land animals in history. However, the misconception that all dinosaurs were massive likely stems from a preservation bias. Large, robust bones are more likely to fossilize. Modern birds, the only surviving dinosaurs, tend to be small due to the physical constraints of flight. However, many prehistoric avian and non-avian dinosaurs exhibited large body sizes. Dinosaurs in popular culture. The term dinosaur, meaning terrible lizard, was first coined by Sir Richard Owen in 1842, after the initial discovery of dinosaur fossils in the early 19th century. These ancient creatures have since captured the public's imagination, becoming cultural icons. Dinosaur skeletons are major attractions in museums, and they feature prominently in literature and films, such as the blockbuster franchise Jurassic Park. This fascination has driven significant funding for dinosaur research, with new discoveries regularly making headlines. For instance, the discovery of a well-preserved dinosaur fossil, identified as Borealopelta, offers an incredible glimpse into the ancient past. This fossil, displayed in a museum, allows the public to study and appreciate the story of these remarkable creatures. Advances in dinosaur research. In recent decades, scientific advancements have revolutionized our understanding of dinosaurs. For example, studies on bird evolution have shifted from traditional taxonomy to phylogenetic taxonomy, which classifies organisms based on their evolutionary ancestry. Birds belong to the subgroup Maniraptora, within the larger clades Coelurosauria, Theropoda, and Saurischia. A landmark study in 2017, led by Paul M. Barrett, David B. Norman, and Matthew G. Barron, proposed a dramatic reorganization of dinosaur classification. Their research suggested that Ornithischia, a group of plant-eating dinosaurs, might be more closely related to theropods than to sauropodomorpha, long-necked dinosaurs like Diplodocus. To account for this, they reintroduced the clade Ornithocelida and redefined Dinosauria to include all descendants of key species such as Triceratops horridus, Passer domesticus, the modern sparrow, and Diplodocus carnegii. Dinosaurs represent a dynamic field of study, continuously shaped by new discoveries and evolving theories. From the fossilized remains of extinct giants to the chirping birds outside our windows, dinosaurs are an enduring testament to Earth's rich evolutionary history. The life and times of Borealopelta. 6 years after its discovery, a mysterious dinosaur fossil was officially recognized as a new species and given the name Borealopelta markmicheli. The name Borealopelta translates to Shield of the North, while the species name honors Mark Mitchell, a dedicated technician at the Royal Tyrrell Museum who meticulously spent 7,000 hours liberating the specimen from its encasing rock. Measuring approximately 5.5 meters, 18 feet, in length, the dinosaur was so exceptionally preserved that researchers were able to gaze into the face of a creature that roamed Earth over 110 million years ago, during a time when North America was a vastly different landscape. Borealopelta's defense and display. Built like a living tank, Borealopelta was equipped with thick armor, particularly around its neck, suggesting a need for significant protection from predators. Among its most striking features were two massive, 51-centimeter-long spikes jutting out from each shoulder. Initially believed to serve as weapons for combat with other Borealopeltas, these spikes may have had a dual role. Victoria Arbor, curator of paleontology at the Royal BC Museum, suggests that these spikes could also have been a display for mating rituals or a sign of health and strength, similar to a bull's horns or an elephant's tusks. Adding to its unique features, many of Borealopelta's armor plates retain traces of a keratin sheath, the same material found in human fingernails. Researchers even detected remnants of pigment, which revealed that the dinosaur likely had a reddish-brown coloration. This pigment was concentrated on its back, while its belly was lighter, a classic example of countershading, a camouflage technique used to blend into the environment and evade predators. However, some scientists debate whether this coloration might have resulted from fossilization processes. Regardless, for a creature weighing nearly 1,300 kilograms, 2,860 pounds, such camouflage implies the presence of formidable predators, like the fearsome Acrocanthosaurus, a massive theropod that dominated the Cretaceous long before the rise of T-Rex. Could an Acrocanthosaurus attack have led to Borealopelta's demise? Simulated tests reveal that the predator's bite could have caused serious damage. Yet, the pristine preservation of this particular specimen, with no signs of trauma, suggests it died under different circumstances. The mystery deepens when examining its last meal, which provides vital clues to its fate. The dinosaur's final meal. Remarkably, Borealopelta's stomach contents were preserved, offering a rare glimpse into its diet and the moments leading up to its death. Analysis revealed ferns and twigs, still fresh and likely consumed during the rainy season, a time of dangerous flash floods. As a land-dwelling herbivore not adapted for swimming, Borealopelta would have been vulnerable to sudden surges of water on the coastal plains it inhabited. This suggests that a flood may have carried the dinosaur away, ultimately leading to its untimely end. Preservation, a geological time capsule. But how did Borealopelta's body remain so well preserved for over 110 million years? Researchers theorize that gases built up in its body cavity as it decomposed, causing it to float belly up in the water. Its dense armor likely forced the carcass to capsize, leaving its legs protruding skyward. With stiff limbs acting like sails, the body may have drifted far out to sea before sinking. Upon hitting the seafloor, the dinosaur became encased in disturbed sand, which chemically hardened into a natural concrete-like substance. This casket shielded the body from the immense pressure and decomposition that typically destroy soft tissues, resulting in one of the most extraordinary fossil finds to date. The appearance of a nodosaur. Borealopelta belonged to the nodosaurs, a family of armored dinosaurs. These ornithischians were 4 to 6 meters long, covered in bony dermal plates and adorned with spikes along their flanks. Unlike their ankylosaur relatives, nodosaurs lacked tail clubs, relying instead on their robust armor for protection. Borealopelta's small teeth and sturdy jaws suggest a diet of soft vegetation, though it may have processed tougher plant matter with the help of gastroliths. Early discoveries and dinosaur extinction. Dinosaurs like Borealopelta evolved during the Triassic period, approximately 230 million years ago, following the Permian-Triassic extinction that wiped out much of life on Earth. Fossil evidence reveals that these creatures diversified and adapted to fill ecological niches left vacant by other species extinctions. However, 66 million years ago, an asteroid impact triggered the sudden and catastrophic extinction of non-avian dinosaurs, paving the way for mammals and birds to dominate terrestrial ecosystems. What we've learned. The discovery of Borealopelta is a testament to the marvels of paleontology, showcasing a prehistoric world of fierce predators, armored giants, and lush vegetation. Its immaculate preservation offers a rare and intimate glimpse into the life of a dinosaur, from its final meal to the environment it lived in. Let us know your thoughts on this fascinating discovery. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more captivating insights into the ancient past.